Oftentimes, when medical school applicants are working on their medical school applications, they get caught up in trying to do too many different things all at the same time. And the reality is that at every stage of the application process, there's only one or two things that you really need to focus on, and the rest of the things don't produce a lot of results for you and just uh, increase the time and effort and energy without any added benefit. So one of the things you should be able to do is to reduce the unnecessary time and figure out what you need to focus on to significantly increase your chances of acceptance. There's specifically one thing you could do that significantly increases your chance of acceptance, which I'm going to introduce to you in just a minute, that a lot of students that get rejected overlook, and I want to share that with you to make sure you don't make the same mistake. And this is really important. It's also very simple to implement. But first, I'd like to introduce myself in case you haven't been watching any of our videos. My name is Dr. Behrouz Momeni. I'm the CEO and founder here at BMO, or BMO Academic Consulting, where we help students with admissions to highly competitive graduate and professional programs. For example, we help a lot of pre-medical students with admissions to medical school every single year, and we have great success rate, as some of you may be aware. A lot of students seek our help and advice because they want to make sure that they can put in their best possible application forward in order to be able to avoid that dreaded rejection letter, of course, but more importantly, in order to be able to save a lot of time and money and energy that comes with the reapplication process. I should also add that the reason we exist here at BMO is because I believe everyone deserves access to higher education, and we do take great pleasure in helping students achieve their academic and career goals. Now, going back to our question, so what is the one thing you could do that would significantly increase your chances of acceptance to medical school? Well, it's quite simply being able to apply to specific schools that you know you have a increased chance of acceptance, rather than applying to a whole bunch of schools completely blindly, or in other words, carpet bombing every school you know. And this is a common mistake that a lot of students make, but it's easily avoidable, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you could choose schools that would increase your chances of acceptance to medical school. So what can you do? Here's what you could do. First, you come up with the list of your preference of schools that you like to apply to based on their mission statement maybe. Perhaps you like the research they do, and of course, some of you may be considering geographical location. Whatever it is, you come up with your list of schools and initially make your list of schools very broad, and then you're going to narrow the list down as follows. You have to go through each schools one by one and look at their admission statistics, and you could do this either in MSAR, Medical School Admissions Requirement, which you could get access to from the AAMC's website, or perhaps some schools might have these admission statistics right on their official website. Whichever you do, it doesn't matter, as long as you got accurate admission statistics about the previous year's admission cycle. Then what you do is you look at the range of, or I should even say the median average accepted GPA and MCAT scores for the previous cycle for the accepted class, and make sure that your GPA and MCAT scores fall within that range. If you're too close to the lower range of it or outside of it completely, of course you don't want to apply to those schools as much as possible, and stick to schools where you're within that range. Now, I should say that sometimes you could be completely outside, and for example, your GPA could compensate for your MCAT and vice versa, or some of your experiences. But of course, for the purpose of this video, I'm generalizing, and I'm trying to give you a sort of a feedback where at least one or both of your GPA and MCAT scores are within reasonable ranges. And this will make this exercise a lot easier. So that would be one thing you would do. The next thing you would do is, of course, you will have to go through the mission statement for every school. Make sure that they're looking for someone just like you, similar to the experiences you have to offer them. For example, if the school indicates that, let's say they're looking for applicants who have experience in rural areas because their mission is to increase the level of physicians in a rural area, and you know that you don't have any experience or you haven't lived in a rural area, then probably you don't want to apply to those schools. again, read the mission statement and make sure that it makes perfect sense for your experiences. Next, which is of course a given, is you have to make sure that every school you're applying to, you have the prerequisite or required pre-medical coursework. That's of course a given. And once you've done this process, if you have any schools that are out of state or you're international or out of province, you have to make sure that you look at the admission statistics for out of state, international, or out of province, because that's a little bit different from those admission statistics that are published for in-state. Usually, again, MSAR will have all of that information for you. When you do this, it will significantly reduce the number of schools that you're going to apply to, and as a result, guess what? It's also going to significantly reduce the number of applications that you have to submit, because once you submit your primary application, most of these schools are going to send you a secondary applications, which includes lots of essays, and you don't want to waste your time and money and energy on schools where you know you don't have a chance of getting in. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is what I want to share with you. Now, if you're serious about getting in and you like us to help you make your application stand out, I wanted to share exactly what we do here at BMO, just for you to get an understanding of what we do here with our students at BMO and how you could take advantage. When you sign up for one of our application review programs, what we'll do is that, depending on what program it is, we'll help you with brainstorming of ideas for your application documents, whether it's the personal statement, secondary essays, or work activity section of the application, to make sure that you only include ideas that make sense. Then once you've written them, you'll submit them to us, and then we'll send them to our admission experts, who will review them and give you lots of feedback on what's good and what's problematic must be removed. We also give you feedback on grammar, spelling, of course, but more importantly about sentence structure and anything else in between that we believe will change your application in a significant way, not only to highlight your unique experiences, but also so that it becomes admission officers friendly, I should say. So it becomes friendly to an admission officer's eye, who, as you know, has only 30 seconds to review. Sometimes they have 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 applications. So they have 30 seconds or less to spend on every application. And this is why it has to be the best application to you submit. So of course, we'll do that for any written document for you and review the application documents, and we'll send them back to you. And this could include unlimited review of your application documents until we're 100% confident that it's ready for submission. That way you don't have to worry about the clock ticking or how many submissions you could have, depending on which program you choose with us. The next thing is, of course, we could also help you with interview preparation. We could also help you with CASPER preparation. And when you get accepted, and hopefully you get accepted to multiple schools and you can decide, of course, we could also help you there. And this is probably the most enjoyable part of the entire process for all of us here at BMO. If this is something that you'd like to take advantage of and you're serious about getting in, all you have to do is click the link below. There should be a link either below or somewhere around this video where you can click to read more. And what you can do is you can read about the different programs we have. Once you find the program you like, just click Enroll Now and enroll in the program you like. Or you could contact us through the contact form to schedule a free initial consultation, where we'll give you some more information and then help you choose the best program that fits your needs. Now, I should say that there is a catch. Because we have a limited number of consultants, of course, we do have a limited number of spots. So if this is something you're interested in, I do encourage you to enroll right now or as soon as possible before we reach full capacity, because when that happens, we won't be able to take any more students, and we do that intentionally in order to be able to maintain the quality of our services. That's all I wanted to share with you. If you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you, go ahead and share it with someone who may benefit from this video as well, and I hope to talk to you soon.